Another one of these videos, eh? I promised myself when I made the first one of these, which absolutely blew up viral, I think 1.3 million views, that I would only from then on make these videos, the ugly truth videos. When it felt natural, I would never force one out. Yeah, I would only ever really make one of these videos in the moment. And if I know a lot of people can take value from it, especially if it's not spoken of in the industry. This was never really something that I planned on going into detail, especially just on the YouTube channel. I really never saw the need. I only make these videos, as you know, for the sole purpose of just to entertain people, bring light to some people's day, maybe a laugh or two, or just preoccupy you from the shit that's going on in your life. Anyway, as you all know, I had dealt with an eating disorder in the past. I've always lightly touched on it in videos with just some humor, or just laughed it off, and people know I went through it, as I said, but they don't know the extremes of what I went through, how I got to that point and how you can avoid it. I'm seeing people that have eating disorders that don't even know they have it. They're 5% body fat and their meals they're eating every day would fill a mammoth, and they think that's normal just because they want to be shredded. And it's got out of hand, man. It's got out of hand. Anyway, I'm only here to talk about my story, and whatever you want to take from it, you can take from it. With all that being said, people, I'm just gonna get into it. So, as you all know, I competed in my first ever men's physique show back in 2019 in the Summer Shredding Classic over in Houston, Texas. First ever show, didn't really know how to pace myself. It was a 16-week prep. With it being the first show, you never really know how lean to be at what stage out. But now I would know, like, I need to be this lean by 4 weeks out, this lean by 3 weeks out if I want to be stage ready, okay? I didn't know any of that shit. Long story short, I took the prep too slow. I had, I think, 21 days left before the show. I had no other option but to just go to the extreme. I just thought, okay, I'm going to put myself through the mud for a little bit, get shredded, happy days. For the last few weeks of prep, people, I was doing 2 hours of cardio, a weight training session, and eating 17 to 1800 calories. I have a video on YouTube with the actual diet. It's called the Digging Phase diet. It went like semi-viral, a couple 100,000 views. In that video, I made it look easy, okay, but I was going through the mud. Off camera, all I was doing was lying down. I had no energy to live life. I was a shell of a human for 21 days straight just to get ready for this show. But I was determined. You'll know if you were ever on prep, you can't not do something, okay? If it needs to be done, you've been through so much that you've already given up enough of your life to this prep. No matter how hard it gets, you're still gonna just drag yourself through it. Especially for someone like me who's like, fuck this, I signed up for this. I'm not gonna give up. I would have to drop dead right now for me to not do what I need to do to get here. As the days went on prep, I was becoming less and less and less and less of a human being. I was literally, whenever I would turn the camera off, I was just lying there, man. Prep comes to an end, I compete. I think I placed like top 6. They didn't tell us our position after the top 3, which didn't make sense, but I was in first call out, so. Done decent in the show. Okay, the show was a success for me. My first show, the prep was an experience. Now, prep's over, no limitations. Young Glen was like, what do I do right now? I have the ability to eat all this. I'd done the task that I set myself out to do. Because I put my body through absolute hell, it was in a very, very, very sensitive stage. But you don't think about that after prep. You don't think about it, man. After like a heavy cutting phase, all you think about is, I can eat now. Made a cheat day video. That shit boomed, 100,000, 200,000 views, all good. Had the cheat day, felt satisfied. Was like, okay, I'm gonna get back onto my normal diet now, get back on the grind, stay lean, all that. For a solid week, I brushed this off, but this is when it started to creep in. I would have my normal meals, set macros I had after the prep, I'd have my normal meals, so breakfast I would eat. Finish the meal, I'm not full at all. Okay, not full at all. Even if the meal was high volume, I'm not full. Same with dinner, same for any other meal of the day, just not full. Now that I look back, my entire days were just consumed by the thought of don't eat more. Should I eat, should I not eat? Don't eat more, don't go over the macros. I should go over the macros. I went through the prep, just allow yourself. No, don't go over the macros. Stick to the plan. Just constant, just bashing the head, just slamming each other. There was eat more over here, stick to the plan over here, and it was just bam, all day. No matter what I was doing, if me and Em were off doing something in Houston, all I could think about was holding off eating more food. But look, this is only the beginning. Brushed it off, fuck it. I'm gonna be hungry after prep. Anyway, weeks go on. This shit's not leaving. This shit's just getting worse. I'm holding off on putting on body fat. I'm still keeping loads of cardio in. I'm doing like an hour of cardio a day, trying to stay lean. In my head, I'm like, all I need to do now is just maintain this physique. I look incredible. Instagram was blowing up, YouTube was blowing up. I look phenomenal. It's worth it. Just suffer, Glen. Stay lean. And with doing that, people, I made it 50 times worse. I should have allowed myself to put on some body fat after prep for just health in general. But because I didn't, my quality of life was just rock bottom. Mood swings. I would wake up depressed some days. I would wake up and all I can think about is just eating more. And this is weeks after prep. This is when like shit should have blown over. Maybe 8 weeks after prep. I'm like, look, just stick it out. This will probably go. People talk about this shit. Another month goes by, still stuck to the plan, allowed the odd cheat meal, but it just kept getting worse. It kept getting worse. And then out of nowhere, I started to have gut problems where shit just wouldn't digest. I was trying to bump up the volume of my new set macro meals, which was on a lean bulk, 2,800 calories, but of super high volume food, and it messed up the gut. Eat an apple and my gut would blow to the point where like if I took my top off, you would think I just ate 15,000 calories, which fucked with the head. Okay, it fucked with the head. That fucked with the head. Constantly just fighting the urge to eat more, and no matter what activity I was doing, no matter how fun it was or what I was experiencing in life, I was going on holidays, I was traveling, I was making videos, all I could think about was fucking food. To the point where I sat down with M and I'm like, this is ruining my life. Like, am I ever gonna be the same again? I shit you not. I sat him down and I said that to her. I'm like, am I ever gonna fucking be happy again? Like, this took my happiness. Like, I'm only realizing that now. This shit made me fucking miserable. And I'm sorry for all the cursing in this video, but I'm just passionate about speaking about this shit. Because I'm seeing so many people online not even knowing they have this. Like, needing to bump up your meals because you think that's normal, because it is in this fucking industry. It's so normal to bump up a meal with 8 pounds of veg. Like, this isn't normal. Food is fuel. I know it's a luxury, but if you go to a luxury restaurant, you're getting a portion size this size. Us as humans, we're not supposed to eat and then go into a food coma for 9 hours and wake back up and eat again because that's what we think is normal. But anyway, my whole life for 5 months was just, I wasn't happy at all. No matter what went on, I could have won the lottery then. If I woke up the next day and all I could think about was food, I was miserable. And I do a good job at hiding misery, man. I can push through shit. If people don't need that negativity radiating off me, I can push through it, man. I still made some epic content, some of the best videos I've ever made on the channel in that time period where I was absolutely miserable. And there was only one option, which was to just bite the bullet and put on body fat. And it was the best thing I ever fucking done. Being absolutely shredded is not normal. As a human and just functioning as a human, we don't function or can survive being lean. Like, I'm talking lean. I was 8% body fat for 5 months. And yeah, the reason I wanted to shed light on this is just because it's never talked about. I'm just saying, it's just a mess now, this whole, I don't know whether it's just not just popping up for me, but all I'm seeing is super high volume, full days of eating going viral. People crash dieting. I've seen people online, like men on 1,500 calories and doing hours of cardio and not even knowing they have an eating disorder because this shit just looks normal. I just feel like it needs to stop, man. Whether it's not gonna stop, it just needs to be spoken about more. Another reason I wanted to make this is because I know there's a lot of people out there who have never went through something like this and they may be wanting to go through a prep. Just be careful. Alright, I should have been the happiest of my entire life then. The YouTube channel was blowing up, business opportunities coming left, right and center. I was making a lot of fucking money then. Beautiful girlfriend, I was traveling a lot, I had freedom, financial freedom, but I was fucking miserable. And it's because it was day after day after day for months on end, just this small thing, but day after day, months on end, it ruined me. And it all stemmed from me being uneducated and not accepting the fact that I had this. So just be careful, people. Fuck crash diets, fuck hours on hours of cardio. Do shit the healthy way. Take your time with shit. Losing 45 pounds in 8 weeks, it's never gonna be healthy. It never will be. That's what I went through. And if anyone can take anything from this video, do so. But this whole industry needs to sharpen the fuck up, man. It's literally turning into unhealth and fitness. It's fucked.